always been an issue, and I guess he just told me after he got the 480 out of that precarious position, he's like, man, I made it so nice. It was so nice. There's a nice little berm on here, and he put some rock in here to get rid of the shale, and he's feeling a little all his hard work got ruined by a little bit of rain, but
I'm just gonna start this hoe up and use the boom and stick to kind of push us along. The back end of his trailer is buried in the mud, so I'm just gonna try to get us out of here. Yeah, that's enough recycling for today. We haven't even gotten there yet.
I think we probably got 2 miles to go. Supposed to be the goddamn easy part. I hope the trip over here is an indication of the trip back's going to be.
Well, I've about had it for today. I don't know about you.
This road, hopefully it dries out a little bit overnight.
Yeah. We'll just call it for today. Come back in tomorrow.
I'm happy with that.
All right. It was hard enough getting this 480 up here. I don't know how we're going to get the wash plant down to Willie Duncan. It's going to be a nightmare.
Tony Beats is clawing his way back.
We, however, are not dead in the water. You know, without spending all this money, we better get to 4,500 ounces. Now that should cover our investment.
Tony gambled with his gold-rich claim on Indian River by spending $5 million on new equipment and extra crew. But it was a rare error of judgment.
With us not getting our license in the Indian River, having all the equipment, having all these people, my ass is on the point.
Tapping into his Yukon knowledge, Tony has returned to old ground. Last week, he opened the new 25-acre wall cut. Its nugget-rich white channel pay is some of the best Tony's ever mined, and could hold $3 million in gold.
We'll be doing way more here than we did before, so we're running out. We better start opening up some new ground. The weather has been pretty lately. Looked alright and dry yesterday, but now if it rained all night, that'll be interesting to see what that looks like this morning. Oh man, there's way too much water down there. That's a mess like everything else, I guess. You pay it so wet, you can't do nothing with it. You get rain on like we had, that stuff just basically turns to soup. If we bring this material right now to the plant, that will be so soupy we can barely keep it in a truck. Never mind putting it on the feeder or putting it on the belt.
At the trommel, Kevin feeds the plant from a stockpile of dry white channel pay.
We really got to run as much material as we can.
But it will run out in days. Tony needs to get dry pay to the plant fast, or his operation will shut down.
So let's put it drain in there. Ruby-dee-gobby, ruby-dee-gobby. Can you bring over 2 excavators? Please bring over 2 excavators to the cut behind the drum.
We have to get all of this water out of our cuts, or otherwise our trucks are going to get stuck and we're just going to have an all-around bad time. Weather is always your biggest factor. Every minute, every hour is valuable. There's nothing worse than getting bloody cuts. And of course, you know, right now in our most crucial time really is when it decides to downpour.
Because we got a lake sitting there right now, so we need a good drain that carries us through to the rest of the season and beyond. But even if, you know, we're going to let this water go, it's not the last rainstorm we're going to have, of course. Well, moment the truth again, here we go. Look at that water go. I'll bet you we'll be washing our roads out because the culvert on the other end is not big enough. So,
Releasing this much water at once risks flooding out a culvert under an all-important access road.
I see you listening, I can hear it coming, but I don't hear it coming yet. It should be coming around the corner there shortly.
If the road is taken out, the wash plant will be inaccessible.
Be interesting to see if we got enough space here to hold it back. The grass is moving, so it's on its way. That's the cut. Next thing will be a bunch of sticks in it, plug the culvert, and then that's the end of that. See them sticks? Oh, there you go. See? Oh, we may even do okay. Well, it's good enough for me. I'm actually happy that it's coming in slower than I thought. This way we don't have a mess, the road will stay in. Something positive today, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, later.
With the culvert holding up, it's now a race to get new dry hay to the plant before the stockpile runs out.
So we've been solution a couple weeks. I think we're doing pretty well right now. We're beating our season total from last year on every goalway, which is fantastic.
Fred Lewis can finally call himself a miner. After a long hunt for Klondike ground and being held back by rookie mistakes and a skeleton crew, the Special Forces medic is finally on the gold and one step closer to a mining future for his band of military vets.
If I can give my guys a new sense of purpose and something that they're going to continue to do for the rest of their lives, or even for long enough to make them happy, then we succeeded. Back to work.
To cover his costs and give his crew a bonus, Fred needs at least 100 ounces. That's 10 ounces a week to the end of the season.
Today I'm doubling up. I get to drive the rock truck and the excavator today.
To keep the wash plant fed with 30 yards of pay dirt an hour, the crew must work in harmony. Recon Scout sniper Stuart McKenzie digs pay. Fred's son Christopher trucks into the pay pile, where Carol Lewis feeds the wash plant.
Our
I think it's really, really important for everybody to know every single job on the mine site, just in case for, you know, you have to fill in for something.
All right, Clint.
What's up, Fred?
We're having a bottleneck over at the wash plant. You know, I've got JD doing double duty, pulling tailings with the excavator and doing the rock truck.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking plopping you in the rock truck down there. How do you feel about that?
I've never driven anything like that before, but I'll give it a go. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
You good with that? But if you need